YouTube family, thank you for coming over to watch another episode of Pips and Points. I'm your host, Jono, and today we're going to be talking about NAS, and I think today this whole video is just going to be about the NAS. To be fair, the NAS100, right? Now, yesterday, the 6th of Jan, I actually took a trade with the NAS, so I finally got into a real trade with NAS100. And this is it right here. Now you're wondering, hey, why isn't he showing the MT5? Well, the point of my video series that I'm doing is not actually to show you exactly how much profits I'm making, because for me personally it's not important. Okay, keeping your eye on the money is not the last thing you want to do when you're trading, is to be keeping an eye on the money. So if no one has said that to you, I'm going to say that to you. Why do we not keep an eye on the money? I mean, you've got to do your risk management. That's super important. So you've got to do that. Okay, you have to view the whole thing like you're playing a game. All right, now the game is that basically once your money is with your broker, it's not your money anymore. It is gone. It's away from your hands. It's not with you. It is with your broker. Okay, right? And what it is that you're trying to do naturally is you're trying to put whatever you've put into your broker, you want to turn it into more, right? So there's two ways of looking at this. You can look at how much you're making, okay, versus how much you're losing, all right? Or you can look at your overall skill set, how you're approaching situations in the market, and in my personal opinion, the process in how you approach the market, if done correctly, the byproduct of that is your account will grow, all right? The second approach that some people do is they watch the money, right? Now, you watching the money will basically mean you're going to be in more trades than you need to be. So you might be trading 5 times a day. You might be trading every day for a week. Like, you could be doing that, and that's a newbie. It's a terrible approach. It is an absolute terrible approach, and it has a history of ending in disasters. Okay, so because I'm like, okay, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to share what I know, right? And I want you guys to look at what I'm explaining, okay? As well as you come up with your own flavor, your own style, your own your individuality into it, so that you can create something unique to you. All right, okay? So that is the point. So that's why at this point right now, there is absolutely no need for me to be showing you the profits and the losses. We're just going to look at the strategy. I'll tell you when I got in the strategy. So I got in roughly in this particular trade, I got in about say 6 in the morning on the 6th of Jan. So I got in on Thursday. So I got in on Thursday, the 6th of Jan. And obviously today is now Friday the 7th of Jan, and it's 8:26 in the evening. Okay, so quite a bit of time has passed since then, right? And sitting in the trade, there's been a couple of things that I had to be super aware of as I done it. So first off, today was the non-farm payroll, right? Non-farm payroll came out today at 1:30 UK time, right? And the news, because yesterday, if you watched yesterday's video, I said the news, people were saying that the news is going to be quite positive for the non-farm payroll in relation to that, in relation to the dollar, so it's going to be great, blah 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 blah, yada yada yada. When the news actually came out, it was all bad news. All bad news, like nothing great. The forecast, it was the opposite of what the forecast was saying by a huge amount. So with that, it ended up with me having all of this red right here. So this is non-farm payroll disaster right here, right? This is that, okay? So what I basically did was, when I saw the non-farm payroll had gone negative, I expanded my stop. Why did I expand my stop? Because I knew I was in a good location, right? I was at the bottom of the structure in regards to what the NAS had been doing, right? So this over here is the overall structure of the NAS, right? So that would be this right here. Touch 1, touch 2, touch 3, touch 4, which is the highest point, touch, 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 and touch, right? So around this level right here, touch. That's basically what it is. So I saw that on the Thursday, and I jumped in because I said to myself, look, even if I've kind of got in at the wrong spot, I could have got a better price, right? I'm still relatively in a good location, and if I play it right and really manage this particular risk over here, and managing the risk over here basically means that I might have to expand the stop, so put myself in great danger of being stopped out with a huge loss, okay, in order to keep this overall trade active till I get what it is that I'm after. Okay, so that's what I did, and I'm glad I did that because there was quite a few liquidity grab attempts during today, okay, and I'm glad I missed them all because I would have been super upset, right? So the first liquidity grab, so if you go into a lower time frame on the 4 hourly, right, you can see it's over here, this right here. So I'm going to zoom in closer for you to see the liquidity grabs. So the first liquidity grab was over here, right? And that liquidity grab was targeting this area right here. So anyone that put a stop under there, under this level here, got stopped out. Boom, gone, right? So that was the first liquidity grab. And then the second liquidity grab was over here. So that is anyone that saw this, right, took a trade anywhere in this area around here, whatever, okay, and had their stop, this liquidity grab took it, right? And what this has now done, and what I can now see is, and this is the cool thing about actually learning how to do this stuff for yourself, because it actually empowers you in a way that you never thought possible. And I'm going to show you why I'm even comfortable in expanding my stop. Not to say that it's guaranteed that it's not going to hit, but I'm confident saying that with what I'm sharing with you now, it's going to help avoid certain pitfalls. So for example, right, if I draw all the bottoms of here, you'll see that we have what could be considered as a falling wedge, right? Now falling wedge has a tendency to break on the upside, right? So let's just move this in like this. Okay, cool. This is the falling wedge right here, so we're going to do this, and we're going to do this right here, so it's clear to see the falling wedge, right? So we've got the falling wedge, yeah. We've got the fib level right here, which is at 100%. So basically what happens, right? What happens now is this, right? If should market right here come down here, should market go down and break down under this fib level, this whole thing here is invalid, and this whole NAS100 is going into a downtrend. So we're going to have a bigger cut than the cut we've had right now, which is from here to here. So that's the cut that I was expecting, the downside, right? But that basically means it's going to be a lot bigger than expected. Why? Because it's broken the structure and it's broken it to the downside, and it's not broken the structure that I have drawn, it has broken the Fibonacci structure, the fib structure, right, which is right here. So what I actually think is going to happen, right, is we're going to get another liquidity grab right down onto the fib itself. Okay, this is what I think is going to happen, but don't hold me to this, right? And it's going to shoot up, and then it's going to shoot up, and then it could do that and then start making its way up here. Okay, right? But my approach to this overall market was incorrect. It was a terrible move that I did, and I'll tell you where I screwed up, right? Because this was avoidable, but like I said, I was itching to get in, and because I was itching to get in, I did this to myself. So this is 100% my fault, and I'm just hoping that it does not go against me. All right, it does not go against me. So let me do another one right here. right? So this is what this shape that you're seeing right now is what I'm expecting. It's what I am expecting to happen. Okay, right? This is what I'm expecting to happen for it once it finishes doing whatever it is it's doing. And this is what I should have done. I should have waited for a confirmation. And how would the confirmation would have looked something like this? So this here is a false confirmation, right? This level here, right here, is a false confirmation. Just gonna zoom in and I'll explain why it is. Because what it is that we're looking a lower high. So a high that's formed during the downtrend, right? Yeah. So the first one was this one right here, right? So the first one was this one right here, okay, right? But the problem why this lower high is invalid. Why this lower high is invalid, right? Is because then we had another lower high right here. Right? So this lower high is the lower high that this structure that we're looking down here needs to break. It literally needs to break this lower high, okay, in order for me to breathe easy. So at the moment I'm sweating because this is where I'm at the moment. I'm red. My account is red. I'm losing what we call in the UK bread. Right? So that is slang for money. So I'm losing that right now. Okay. But I'm confident with what I've got going on. Now, if it makes its way down here, right? Do you know what I'm gonna do? Right? Which is considered insane in the trading world. Is there is a very, very, very good chance, and I know myself, right? I'm likely to do this, right? Very, very highly likely that I'm going to do this. Is I'm going to put another order right here. Now I may or may not do this, but there is a chance I might do that. Put another order over here, right? So I've got my first order here, and I've got my average down. My average down right here, okay? And then we're going to wait to see if something similar to what we've drawn here comes in. It's manifested. Okay. So but at the moment right now, where the NAS is right now, if you was ever thinking of looking at any doing something with the NAS, okay, you might want to look at what is going on right now. And once again, this is not financial advice. I'm only saying you might want to take a look at what is going on right now. You watch this video, jump on the charts, look at it, and see if it makes sense to you, right? And then if it makes sense, then doing what needs to be done is relatively quite clear. It's straightforward, right? And once again, it's not financial advice. If in doubt about trades or anything like that, seek a financial advisor. They are trained professionals, and they will guide you as to how you can go about making all this work for you. And or do your own due diligence before you even think about setting trades up or doing anything like this, okay? And bear in mind, everything you're seeing right here in the videos is not something that I've learned within the last 2 weeks or month. I've been learning this for a very, 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 very long time. Hence why now I'm so confident in my moves that I'm able to take big risk, which in my opinion is no risk at all. It's just taking on a little bit of pressure before everything goes in your favor. That's how I see it personally, right? So okay, so that's how this looks. So with that said, I'm actually going to end this video like this right now. I'm going to end this video, and we're going to follow up, say either on Sunday night, where we're going to look at some of the other pairs we talked about over the course of the week to see what they're doing, how they're faring. But for now, I figured let me just end this on NAS100, because most people come to this channel to actually see what I've got to say about the NAS, and everything else that we added is just a bonus to see if you guys are just looking at those as well. Alright, So yeah, so thank you for coming over. Okay, I appreciate you all. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Hit the like button if you haven't done so already. If there is a question you want to ask, by all means post it in the comments. Don't forget to turn on the bell icon, so that whenever I post a video, you're one of the first to get notified. And continue on your journey of learning learning how to trade. Trust me, once you figure it out, like believe you me when I say this, okay? There is nothing better than teaching a man how to fish than giving a man the fish. Like, I cannot state this enough. Once you figure out how to do this, all the information that you're learning just off this and other people that are teaching that have really good contents, there is some crap out there. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's some useless videos out on the tube right now, but also there are some really phenomenal guys that really are doing the stuff, that they've got it figured out. And yeah, go check them out, practice on the demo. But you don't get them. There is no better practice than actually practice on a live account, believe it or not. I mean, when your emotions are in, because that's the thing you actually need to get under control more than anything else. It's your emotions. Because, like for example, in this trade that I'm in right now, if my emotions wasn't in check, I would have been stopped out already doing the liquidity grab. Because I would not have been confident in my decision to expand my stop. You with me? So hence why I always recommend learning to trade on a live account with small amount, because your emotions is tied in when you're losing pennies to when you're losing big pounds, or when you're losing small cents to when you're losing big dollars. Like literally the feelings of big dollars and small cents, believe it or not, it's exactly the same thing. It's exactly the same thing, because you don't want to lose it, because you're still attached to it. But the thing is that it's not yours anymore, because you gave it to the broker, and the broker is sitting in the broker account and you're just playing around with it. So you don't even have it. So why should you be emotional about it? You've given it away. Do you know what I mean? So well, you haven't given it away, it's still under your control, but you get my meaning. It's not with you anymore. So you can't be that attached to it. And what you learn through channels like mine and other people's as well is that it's going to give you the battle scars that you need in order to survive in this area. Not in this area, sorry, in order to survive in the markets. And the skills that you learn is transferable to other asset classes. So I will always recommend, okay, that you stay focused, you stay disciplined, you go the distance, and in the end you will be rewarded. Like, I cannot stress that enough. How long it takes you to be how long it takes you to get to the point where you're getting rewarded, where everything makes sense and you know what you're doing and how you're doing it, etc. I don't know. That I don't know. But I will tell you this: if you stick with it and you're unrelenting, the penny will drop and you will be a profitable trader. And not only a profitable trader, you be a profitable trader in the markets in general, because you know what to look for and what not to look for. Like, I mean, check out this video that you're watching right now. Not only have I been able to identify I've made a mistake, I've explained to you how that mistake could be corrected. It's right here for you to see. And this is the knowledge you need, because even if I make a mistake here right now and the market closes me out, with this knowledge that I know about this particular situation, what are the chances that something like this will catch me out again in the future? Quite rare. And if it does, I'll be prepared for it. Because like I say, if this structure breaks and it heads downwards, right, there's no point. I have to close it. I have to close it and reassess the whole situation all over again. I.e. put more capital in my account, because this is gonna bloody hurt. This is gonna bloody hurt if it hits that. But I'm confident that it won't. It will not. And it's gonna continue in this trajectory. So that was a bit of a rant at the end of the video. So I'm gonna now properly sign off. So thank you for coming over and watching. I appreciate you all. And if you find the content informative in any way, shape or form, please subscribe to my channel. Let's help it grow, because I really want to reveal some more stuff to you, but I want more people on, so it's gonna be that much more beneficial. It's gonna be that much more beneficial. So please subscribe. Please hit the bell icon. Please hit the like. Please hit the like button. And if there's anything you want to ask me, drop it in the comment section. Either I will answer it in the next video, or I will actually reply back to what you're asking about whatever it is that you're asking. I will answer it for you. So once again, thank you very much for coming over and watching. You guys have a wonderful weekend, and I hope to come back to you either on Sunday night with a roundup of all the other assets we looked at, or possibly on a Monday evening UK time, where we can talk about all the other assets that we looked at, as well as with the main focus being on the NAS. All right. So thank you. Stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next video.